Hey guys, I'm short on time, I got stuff to do today, so let's make this video really quick. So, starting tomorrow, June 2nd, Apple will be having their Worldwide Developers Conference keynotes. This is their week of, the new announcements from Apple. And their conference is going to be sometime this week. I don't know the exact date, because it gives a range of dates on the Apple website, but nonetheless, in this keynote, they will be announcing iOS 8, because every time they have WWDC, they announce the next version of iOS. So, last year they released iOS 7, and I thought I'd come out here and tell you guys what I think they should improve on in this next version. So, this is the iOS 8 wish list. One thing is they need to let us customize the quick settings that are in Control Center. Those of you who don't know, Control Center is the thing where you swipe up from the bottom and that menu comes out like this. And they need to let us customize those quick settings. Not necessarily shortcuts, I don't care about the shortcuts, but the quick settings on the top. Those, I'd never use airplane mode. I'd much rather put a cellular data switch there or something so I can toggle between cellular data and Wi-Fi. That way, if I'm using Wi-Fi, my data won't get eaten up or something like that. They should really let us customize Control Center, because I guarantee there are people out there that don't use the Do Not Disturb shortcut that could really benefit from having more, something they would actually use. Every rumor, it's pretty much confirmed that the next iPhone is going to be a lot bigger, from 4 inches of the iPhone 5S to 4.7 inches on this next iPhone. Whether it's the iPhone Air or the iPhone 6, I don't know. But they really, really need to stop with the whole solid grid of icons, because it's boring, it's stupid. I'm just gonna be frank, it's stupid. I hate it. That's one reason I really don't like iOS, is because it's just a grid of icons and it's boring. They need to have some kind of widget system. Not necessarily call them widgets, because then Google will get mad. They can't call them a live tile, because Microsoft would get mad. But they need to have something that you can put on the home screen that's not an icon. Please, Apple, please. iOS is so boring, and having some sort of weather blip or something on the home screen would make a huge difference. One thing they need to watch for is battery life. I know Apple does planned obsolescence, because iOS 6 on my iPhone 5 was phenomenal. Great battery life. I got iOS 7. It was down a little bit, but that's expected because iOS 7 uses more resources than 6. It wasn't horrible, it was just down a little bit. Then iOS 7.1 came out. And that one just completely kills my battery. It's ridiculous how quickly my battery gets killed now. And they've released sub-updates for it to fix it. Doesn't work. As far as I know, it's just the iPhone 5 that is affected by this. I've had people call me and ask me how to fix it, and I just tell them, there are some things you can do to kind of save battery, but there's nothing you can do to get iOS 6 back or anything like that. So they need to, in iOS 8, if it's compatible with the iPhone 5, which it should be, I don't see why it wouldn't, but they really need to let it have good battery life. They need to stop with the obsolescence thing, and because you're really pissing off a lot of customers, Apple. We want good battery life out of our phones. So please, Apple, give us some sort of good battery life. Alright, so just a warning, this next one is going to put me into a rant. So, this has been an issue since iOS 6. It got a little bit better with iOS 7, but it's still not great. Apple, please improve Apple Maps. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I was using Apple Maps on my phone. I was trying to navigate somewhere, right? Then I couldn't find it, so I turned on the GPS using Apple Maps to try to, get to it, because I didn't know where it was or how far away I was. And it directed me, it told me I had passed it. I'm like, I didn't see it. Alright, so I turned around and I was going. And then, as I approached the location that the Apple Maps led me to, it was the location of the building, yes, but it's somewhere that they haven't been for years. Years before Apple Maps was even created. It directed me somewhere that is not what it said it was, and it hasn't been that for years. Apple Maps didn't even exist when this thing was what it says in the maps. Why? Why does it say that? That really confuses me. Are they using like GPS maps for like 2004? Like, I don't know. But they need to do something, because this is not the only issue I've had, and there are tons of other issues. So Apple, please, please fix that, because that really made me mad. That I just turned around and it turned out I was about to approach the location. It was over the hill. And Apple turned me around, led me 2 miles backwards to get somewhere that wasn't even where I wanted to go. Apple, seriously, you are a huge tech company. You can't get a map right? That might be the most passionate I've ever gotten on one of these videos. I like it. So guys, that's it. That's all I think should be in iOS 8. I mean, there's some other little things, but those are the biggest that I think would really benefit users. Next week, I will be covering the Apple Keynote 2014. I will cover their announcements, tell you what's going on, what they actually do include in iOS 8. If they make any other announcements at WWDC, I will tell you. So next week will be that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next week. Oh, wait, one more thing. So, I've been trying to say this every video, but try to check out my friend Alex's channel. He is known as the Tech Master Guy here on YouTube. He is a techie just like me. He talks about tech, and you can watch him and learn about it. He doesn't have very many videos up. He's trying to get a regular schedule going, but he's busy with school and work and stuff. So, bear with him, but if you could go subscribe to him, we'd both really appreciate it, because he does know what he's doing, and maybe if people subscribed, it would give him some motivation to start putting up some videos. So guys, like this video, subscribe to me, subscribe to Alex, do what you gotta do. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next Sunday. You can see on my notes that I started, when I was making my notes, I started ranting about it on the right-hand column. I started ranting as I was typing. I started ranting in my typing.